Huh.
I'll tell you what, we're not putting it back in the same way.
Still a little air? Wow! We might have to bleed that out.
What?
What the hell?
I don't know.
And you
Why is it sucking air?
Okay, that's it. Hey, you guys stay close. All right, so we just rebuilt, did a complete in-frame on this loader. It's been sitting for 15 years or so. Drove it out of its spot, and it literally got to right here. So what we're thinking is going on is we're thinking we're getting some air in the fuel. We got some issues with the fuel system, but that's kind of what I want to dive in today. With these Detroits, there's a couple other things going on, so we could have something going on with maybe we didn't get the rings quite right or something like that, but I hope that's not the case. So first thing we're gonna do is just the simple things. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna kind of finish updating that fuel system a little bit just to see if that'll get us where we need to go. So let's go over to the other side and we can kind of take a look at what's going on. Dogs wanna run around first? Where's your brother? Cooper, come on. All right, so right down there is the transfer pump. So that transfer pump sucks fuel from the tank and then feeds the injectors and stuff. So there's two filters on this. There's a primary and a secondary. I think you'd call it secondaries on the other side. This will be down to like 25 microns to separate the water. The other one will be maybe down to 5 or 3. The one interesting thing on this is that it actually sucks the fuel through the primary filter here before it gets to the transfer pump to protect that transfer pump. So what's going on, we think, is we could have air getting into the system from any one of these lines, this filter, anything up into here. These plugs probably need to be resealed. Because if we're getting air in here, that's literally all it takes is just a tiny bit of air to break that vacuum, and then we're kind of done, right? So I know one thing that we don't like, we were kind of in a hurry when we were putting this together. Let's see, I got fuel on my finger right there, so that's probably leaking too. So let's start putting some new parts on this. I don't know if you guys know this, but like right now I'm at my parents' essentially, and we're like 2 hours away from home. Yeah, I don't know why we didn't put Teflon on these. Well, I'm telling you why. You know, like to come up and film is not, it's not like I go out in my backyard for 20 minutes here and 20 minutes there. And then every time you come up to see your family, you don't want to essentially be working on stuff all the time, right? So what happened was, you know, we were up here, we really want to get this running just because that's kind of a milestone that'll let us get it up to the shop. So we were like, okay, you know, we threw everything on. We got it out, but not out enough, you know. There's a fuel line here. So there's also a check valve in these. And I don't think there's much checking going on in there. Old stuff like this, it usually doesn't need a lot. Just needs a little bit of TLC, some attention to detail. Because they definitely made it to keep running. I got a new check valve here. A little arrow marks the way of the flow. So now we gotta make a hose to go from here to here, but I need some soap to push these on. It is an absolutely beautiful day today. All right, look at that. That looks sweet. So last thing we gotta do is just change that water drain in the bottom of this thing. So I think the old one got smashed or something. I don't know. And then I was looking around and I found this old irrigation It's just like a valve for his hydraulics. And it just leaks profusely. So I got the right one. And then the only other place it could be leaking is just around this. Oh, that is a little loose. This nut on top threads into the bottom of the canister and holds that whole thing. So like this gasket or this bolt could be bad. And it is a little loose. So. What do you guys smell? Huh? Come here. Come here. Oh, yeah. What a nice morning, huh? You going for a nice swim? Wow, what's out there? Wow, she's just going. She doesn't know where. She's part Newfoundland, water rescue dog. All right, so it's maybe 2 months later or so. I believe it runs pretty good. So I actually didn't get to start it, and I haven't heard it run since I drove it out of the woods and it stalled on me. But if you'll notice, it's sitting in the middle of nowhere, and that's because I think we have a pretty catastrophic failure or problem with it. So my dad and Bill, they were going to flush the radiator out. So they put some radiator flush in, and we're gonna get new coolant in. You know, it's a wet sleeve engine. You gotta make sure you stay on top of that. So I think we just had water in it. They got it out. They were coming out to get it warmed up and use it. You know, man, this is cool. Look at all the bees on this goldenrod or whatever it is. I mean, it is just loaded with them. Kind of cool. So they drove it back here, and it stopped moving on them. So it started spewing fluid from there. You can see it's kind of wet around there, and then the machine won't move. So what that is that's the top of the torque converter. You can see here it's got a divorced torque converter, and there's the transmission, kind of just like the case, right? So the torque converter is basically, it uses like a working fluid, and then it's got probably like maybe a little bit of a high pressure out, like higher pressure out, and then it's just got a drain also because it kind of weeps some fluid in the operation. So if it weeps too much fluid, the drain can't keep up, or if there's an issue with the drain, then the fluid won't get out fast enough. So when the fluid doesn't get out fast enough, the level in here rises, and it actually acts like a brake on the converter, so that's why it won't move. So everything else on the loader is okay, except we're having issues with the torque converter. So to kind of dive into this already, they already checked the screens and they already changed the filter on it because sometimes that could be an issue. So the only other thing that it could be is just a bad line, the drain back line at the bottom of the converter. But you guys probably know, and I probably know, that if it sat for 15 years and we got it out and it worked when we first got it out, we all kind of know that the issue is probably one of the seals went in the torque converter and it's leaking way too much fluid now. So we actually just went through this with the case. We got the case out for a little while, and then kind of immediately after we got that thing out, the torque converter blew a seal too. So we're just looking right now if in fact the torque converter does need to come out. I think the engine has to come out, which is hilarious because we just in-framed it. We could have out-of-framed it. But I think we're gonna start it up quick, and we wanna check a couple things. We can show you guys kind of what the issue is. And then we wanna see how high this thing lifts, because we need to get up, what do you think, 12 feet? We need probably 12 or 13 feet for the cap.
124 inches, and then we needed another foot. So
okay, so that's 11 feet.
We need at least 11 feet, 11 and a half.
So if it won't go up 11 feet, then we're probably not gonna work on this right away. We'll probably keep working on the cats. So. Man, it starts good, runs good.
Boy, hey! Yeah, don't blow a hose. That's it. That's high enough.
That's high enough for sure. Don't you think?
I don't know.
That's 12 feet.
Wow,
You-
barely.
You put some air in the tires, you got 11.
The weight on back too.
You got 11 foot 10. You put some air in the tires, you'll get 12 feet.
Man, that's a bummer because it runs so good. We could use it today. bucket's on there.
What?
We didn't take the bucket off.
Is that a problem?
I don't know. You didn't leave it on purpose, I know that.
No. Well, you were on the camera, not me. You should have seen that.
I'm preoccupied.
Oh, yeah?
No, not yet.
I don't want to run it too long.
Yeah, well, you gotta get it out of here. Seems like it's getting sluggish. Yeah, just go park it. I don't know.
Well, we don't have the water pump spinning.
Oh.
It's starting, you can hear it now.
I can hear it just like sucking in, you know? That must mean it's getting pretty full. But it runs good. All right, so I have one more stupid idea.
What's that?
Just transport it up there. We could.
Yeah, but not without the water pump.
No, but we could probably get the ROPS off and the trans out
We
without
probably could.
fixing the torque converter.
Even if it
I don't
took
know.
us 2 tries.
Yeah, even if we had to do it in 5-minute bursts, I'm not sure that we actually need to fix that. So it's possible. But I'll be back next weekend, so we're gonna run some tests next weekend and kind of see what we got. I gotta dive in and get some supplies and stuff. All right, so it's a little cooler today. I think we're in a little better mood and our head's a little clearer.
Shoot.
We thought about it for the last week, and I think we're gonna do exactly what we said. We're gonna get this thing up to the 977s, kind of regardless of what it takes. Maybe we'll drive it, maybe we'll push it. And then once we're there, it's just a lot of little in and out and moving around. But really, it should be able to pick the stuff that we need it to pick. So before we do that though, there's a couple things we gotta do. I know it's a stretch, but I gotta get on to this that I wanna try and put in the trans and everything, just because it might, just might, buy us a little bit of time, and you never know. It'd be really nice if we didn't have to take it out, right? So I don't know. Too many projects going on right now, too many broken machines. We need something that can do some heavy lifting. So it's not really a good time to tear into this to do major surgery. So we're hoping she can get us just a little bit of work, because I think we're on the right track with the 977s at least. And then once we get one of the 977s going, just one of them, that's all we need. Then we can use one of those, to do some heavy lifting. So, and then we can work on this. All right, so interestingly enough, a lot of people, I posted on a forum, were saying that this is not really a breather, it's like an inlet, like a vacuum suction, so it's supposed to allow in but not out. So when I took it off, it was not that way. So that could be it, although that still doesn't explain why it wasn't moving, right? So, but you never know. Man, this is not meant to be a fluid fill deal. Alright, I should be good.
What?
I'm good. You going to get water? So we don't have the governor adjusted right. There should be a shutoff right here that you pull, but that's all disconnected. And I just haven't adjusted the governor yet because I'm kind of a little nervous to do all that. I got to research that and maybe talk to Lead again. So in order to warm it up, I got to sit here with my foot on the pedal, because you let off the pedal and that's how it shuts off. So I would be interested though Oh wow, those are air, look. That's the air tank right there, I think, so. That's interesting. We probably maybe should cap that guy off, because I know the air, it's got air brakes on it, so the air has to hold the brakes off, I think, so. Might have to look into that. Let's see if the radiator's warm at all. Yeah, a little bit. We're gonna drain this, and we'll come back, put some water in it.
It's fertilizer container, so.
When's the last time you think the coolant was flushed in this thing?
Never.
All right, so we think we want to take the ROPS off from the back so we can kind of tilt it. So we're gonna drag this out probably the length of 1977. Last time, if you guys remember, we had the 450, which weighs maybe 11,000. But the TD8 is actually fixed now. We got the track adjusters fixed on that. So let's go fire that up. That should drag it out, no problem. See, we're making progress, guys. We're getting some stuff fixed.
Oh, negative. Oh, these are nice and clean. Negative and positive. Hopefully something will happen. Hopefully the chain's big enough. Wow.
What?
That's good. That's good.
We can get the Michigan back there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no!
What?
We broke the sign.
I know it.
We broke the make an offer sign. You know, it's not, like if you park the TD8 next to the 977, it's not its equal, but it definitely looks a little more normal than the Case 450 parked next to one.
Oh, definitely.
All right, we gotta go finish flushing that system. All right, so we got John Deere Cool Guard. I looked into it for a while, and this was rated for like the Detroit diesel spec that this needed. So you gotta kind of pay attention a little bit on like the diesels, especially a wet sleeve diesel like this, because if you don't have the right coolant in here, you'll get cavitation and corrosion, and it'll actually eat away at the sleeves. And then if your sleeves go, then your O-ring surface and stuff like that, it'll just get coolant in the oil, right? Nobody wants that. So they're saying, wow, 6,000 hours, that is sweet. So we got about a 5-gallon system. So quart/liter water capacity. Oh, okay. So 5 times 4 is 20. Oh yeah, we went English. I put in, I said 9 quarts. So I guess we can just check it.
It'll have to run.
Yeah, but we'll
A
just have
bit.
to check it before winter, but it should be good. All right, we're gonna drive it up. It's like a half mile up to the 977s. I'm going to set this here for a minute so that we can see if we get that leak and it stops moving. What's going on? There's still a possibility we might have to tow her, right?
Maybe turn the fan on after a bit.
Yeah, I'll turn on.
chain in. And we got to get that bolt out.
Yeah.
It's not bad though.
No, it's gonna pick it right off.
You think so, huh?
Just give me one.
Oh, that's gonna be on film.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
I just need one end of the chain. You don't have to give me the whole thing. Well, to be honest with you, you landed pretty graciously.
I did.
You better not tell Mom, though. Otherwise, you'll be banned. Don't do that, Dad.
Oh, ready?
Yep.
You can try backing up.
What?
You can back up carefully. Oh yeah, you'll be good.
Don't want to scratch it. Oh. Victory!
How much that weigh?
Give me 1,000.
All right.
What do you think? It don't feel,
1,200.
it doesn't feel too light.
Notice I changed my clothes. I was climbing on it and I fell right back, right in the mud. Oh yeah, it's all on film.
Well, believe it or not, as stupid as it might sound, a ROP-less 977 is a pretty big milestone for us. It's like what? Probably several years in the making. So
What?
getting the Michigan going,
Oh.
getting the 977s here, getting those
1
bolts
year.
out. Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I had the drone up and I missed the shot. So,
How's it look?
but yeah, pretty frustrated. I think we should get a little bit of tension on it with the Michigan and then see. Because it's already starting to separate back there, see?
Oh, you mean it? We might not even have
We
to
might
force
not
it
even
out?
need to force it out, yeah.
Just maybe with some pry bars?
Yeah. He fell in the mud. Yeah, I think I missed
my
the shot.
hat's still.
You'll get the audio.
My hat's still dripping. But it was graceful.
It was a pretty graceful fall, yeah. That's actually, I'm not bummed that we missed the shot of the ROPs coming off. I'm bummed that we missed the shot of
Yeah.
you falling in the mud. Changed my shoes for everyone. I wore my sandals up, comfortable in the car. Next thing you know, you're like 2 ROPs deep and you're still wearing your sandals, you know? We gotta go back a ways and then we gotta go up a long ways too. So it's gonna be interesting. Oh, that's good.
Chain looks loose.
Forward more. Okay, let's go up. A little more. A little more. Yeah. All right, now go up more. I literally don't think we have enough.
Hey, I can go up more. Maybe I can go up more and we can get a board underneath it.
I think that's what we're gonna have to do, yeah.
I can go up more?
Yeah, it's free. That's it.
What?
That's it. Boy, what are our options? What are our options? We ran out of vertical, so we're gonna go get the Kubota. Hopefully that can regrip it and get it out for us. You got on the other side, I think maybe. We don't have a starter switch hooked up. So just when I get in there, will you just touch this white wire to that head? Just touch that when I get in there. I gotta be on the gas pedal though, you know. All right, go ahead. Whoop, whoop. Give it a second. I don't have brakes. Let's see if I can dig myself a hole. Is it hitting anything? Well, no, just look at is my chain angled back? Or is the trans hanging? I mean, I just want to make sure it's not going to fall off. Okay. Yeah, that's good enough then. You know, I didn't look when we started that. I might have, how high were the forks above the trans? I maybe should have shortened the sling up a bunch because we might have been 2 feet above already. Boy, what? I think you should come in there with your forks. I think,
fork?
No, both. Let's put them together about a foot apart. I think the only thing is, can the Kubota lift this much? Oh. All right.
Man, now how's that gonna stay on that? You think it will?
Well, don't make any sudden movements. Whoa! Down. Whoa. I can't see that fork. Hold up. No, hey. You gotta go straight. No, you're good. Tell him to open your door. 4 inches.
Which way?
That way. You gotta go down until you're touching that. All right, so I can get, in the Michigan, I can bring it forward a little bit and probably up a little bit. So I'm gonna bring it forward and up, and essentially we'll set it on your forks. And then like Uncle Randy said, all you gotta do is hold it there, and then we can shorten the chain.
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
You can come in a little bit, I think.
What are you doing? What's he doing?
What?
What are you doing? What are you doing? You're going down.
What?
You're going down.
I was setting it on your forks.
Not yet.
Oh, shit.
I don't think I'm on them. It's not on it yet.
Hold on. I gotta
You're not on it good enough.
I gotta take a look. I can't see shit. Yeah, I gotta come forward too, huh? Yep. Hey, he said,
no good? Back up? What's the plan?
we'll have to chain it, I guess. All right, so we're gonna chain it like he had said. I thought maybe we could throw it on the forks, but because this thing doesn't idle, I'm stuck in here. I think you can go back.
What about the chain on you?
I mean, you want me to let it go?
I got it.
Well, I think you can go. Can you go that way and back up a little bit? I guess maybe we should get a pallet to put it on, huh? Yeah, we'll get one. Huh.
I'll tell you what, we're not putting it back in the same way.
Well, you know, I was telling him, I think, how high were the forks above the tank when we started? I should have shortened the sling as much as I could.
Nice going.
I should have had you go right, and we did not do that.
Yeah, but I just don't know. I don't know. We need something stationary to put that back in or something.
Yeah, that's fair. However, I think the main problem was, I think we were 3 feet above the tank.
Yeah, I know.
When we started. Yeah. And that's where we messed up. That was stupid. We were in the heat of the moment.
Is it real tight getting it in and out or not bad? Oh.
That would have given me, we should have taken this off. That would have given me another 3 inches.
And
that would have been perfect.
It seems to me like your chains are okay, but...
But I can't. You were off center.
Yeah.
So I was trying to get, how can I get all 3 legs?
Yeah, but you can't adjust. I mean, to me, it seems like those 3 legs need to be adjustable with a thread or something.
Yeah, but if you picked it up off the ground, you could pick it up. Is it level? No. Then you could set it and re-level it, No, that was not pretty. I think the biggest thing was we started with the forks too high. Alright, we kind of peeled out of here in a hurry yesterday. It wasn't exactly the most beautiful day to be working on that stuff. We were pretty tired. That was a full day. So, good news is, the trans is out and we got another beautiful, cool day to work on some stuff. So, for this video, really, we're kind of making some headway with the Michigan. It's here and it's doing what we need it to do, right? So that's a big deal. It's kind of funny because it's like half wounded, but that thing's tough. It's kind of shown up for us and done exactly what we needed to do. So it makes a big difference when you're knee deep into a project like this and you go from not being able to know if you can continue to actually kind of successfully making some milestones to get that trans out. So the trans is out. There's one more kind of milestone that we need to make. So the torque converter is super easy to get out right now. All the stuff that we need to take the torque converter off is out, and we have more room because the trans is gone. It should just be hopefully an hour job for me. So I think kind of when in Rome, we'd be kind of foolish not to take it out right now because we could put the trans in, a new trans, whatever we do, and then the torque converter could leak, right? And we'd be doing this all over again. So we're just gonna pop it out. I don't think it's that complicated, maybe just a couple seals. So that's what I'm gonna work on this morning. Are you guys gonna be good, huh? Or am I gonna end up chasing you guys around? Oh, we're gonna get muddy, we know that. All right, there's like a ditch right over there. And they were just moping around. And then I heard a big splash. And now they need baths. I got one bolt left, I think, for the whole torque converter. And it is way down there. I can only get like an open end wrench on it. So, we're close. Bailey, what are you doing under here? Huh? Alright, I think I got everything off. So now there's a couple force out bolts on each side. We'll see if it pops. heads.
Loose.
Now the question is, can we get it up high enough?
I think if we put a C-clamp there, we can tilt it back.
I mean, it's within inches though. Like if we had that floor panel off, it would come right out, so.
Well, it won't move.
No. And I'm going to get a couple C-clamps. We're going to put a couple C-clamps on the fork just so that sling doesn't slide back. But if we get it out there far enough, we should have plenty of vertical, so. Taking the old G1 two-stroke for a rip. These things are sweet. Alright, you should be good. Little more. You're good. There we go. All right. I would say the complete drivetrain is out now. So, looking at that, I don't think that's supposed to have any oil in it, and that's the same milky oil that was in the torque converter and the trans, so maybe it was a good thing we took it out. Alright, so we got everything we needed out of this beast. Now we just got to push it back. So, the Michigan should push it back on paper, I think. But I kind of have my doubts that it will.
We're gonna push it back with this, right?
Yeah, we can try. Think it will?
Well, yeah.
All right, so we're not really sure what's going on with the torque converter. I drove it up. I probably drove it for 20 minutes yesterday and it didn't lock up. So we'll see. It did seem like it was getting a little sluggish, but I think we're just going to give that Lucas oil some time to work in. We're going to run it. There's still a plethora of other maintenance that we need to do with this thing. Got to get a starter button. We got to adjust the governor and get a shut-off hooked up. We got a massive air leak. What else do we got? Probably needs tires.
Not for now.
Yeah, but we want to make a nice set of forks for it too. But honestly, it's really good just to have it back in the fleet kind of and use it again because we really put it to the test. So we're going to push this back and we're going to clean up. Good news is the rebuild on the Michigan is right. And it's probably going to be there when we need it. What's the old tale? You use it for one day and work on it for two.
Well, that's the way it used to be. This wasn't as bad. This is pretty good.
But at least we can use it for one day. That's kind of where we're at right now. So this part's kind of getting old. One person to start it, another person to drive it.
You gotta be kidding me.
This will be a good test. If it spins the tires, we know the converter's kind of okay. Yeah, you're in pretty good, honestly.
Let's get the TD8. Oh, is it spinning?
Yeah, Bill said it would spin the tires. It's not moving it though.
All right, never mind.
Try it one more time. Yeah, pick up. Oh, It was starting to go.
Ah, I don't want to break anything.
Don't forget, we've got merch. We're doing a limited time run for this shirt, kind of commemorate saving these 977s, and hopefully inspire you guys to go out and save some old iron yourselves. So $30, link is in the description of the video. I'll put in a pinned comment too, so you guys should be able to find it easily. And like I said before, it really goes a long way to help us out, and you're helping out me and my family, my dogs, my wife, my kids, you know, not someone in a high rise somewhere, someone behind a computer screen somewhere. So we really do appreciate it for all you guys do for us. So thanks for watching. That's it. Talk to you.